And please, Harshit, the stage is all yours, my friend.
I think I should be the last one to speak.
No, you should set the
Because
stage. I'm just going to sum up as to what they've done and the analysis.
Harshit, I didn't ask your position where you'll finish in the table. I asked you to give your views first.
Siddharth, you finished 5th. You were only down on net run rate.
Either be 5th, either be 4th.
They put that post out. It was very nice. Okay, I'm just summing up the auction for them. They have picked up a few players. I actually like their auction strategy and the players that they've picked. And unlike the teams that we've looked in the past here, some of the players that they have picked up from the auction do make it to the 11. You've got a Duckett there we've put.
I love the
and
second last
Auqib
name.
As well that you've gotten from the auction that we've got. You know, the pacer, 29-year-old pacer. We'll make the changes to whatever 11 that they've picked from Jammu and Kashmir. And other than that, they've got a Miller as well. Probably would be a backup as a finisher. Pathum, Nissanka comes in, another option. Whether between Duckett or Nissanka, they can go with Lungi Ngidi, who's been in decent form, is someone that they've got. Prithvi Shaw comes back. And he only came in the third accelerated auction, the third time teams that go in. And by the way, just because they had one slot remaining, not that they were very keen, they said, okay, just one slot remaining, you're the last team, fill it. They got Kyle Jamieson, they had money, so they even got
Interestingly,
last player to be bought on the night.
No, interestingly in this auction, Delhi were the first to begin the auction.
Oh, and ended.
Miller, and they ended it with Jamieson.
Wow.
Also same price.
Yeah,
2 crores.
Yep.
They started it and they ended it. So yeah, this is the team that they've put together after the auction. And so yeah, for the analysis before we get to the points.
Just since
You've liked what were the areas that you wanted to be, what were the areas you were looking to cover up, and have they been covered up?
I was looking at a backup fast bowler as a backup for Starc in case he's not available, or somebody who can bowl alongside him. I think you have that. You were crucially looking for 2 good openers, and you've gotten good openers in Duckett and Pathum. Nissanka even better than Duckett, I would say. Duckett just has that English appeal.
So
but
since
Nissanka
you're the
underrated, I would say.
No, you're the in-house expert. Would you want a Nissanka instead of Duckett?
In the 11?
Yeah.
I would want to start with him for sure.
Okay. Make that change. We'll make that. I don't mind backing that. I'm a huge fan of Duckett as well as Nissanka, but I am on the same page as Harshit. So in terms of the 11, we can start with Nissanka and then Duckett can be the backup. Either ways, Delhi can do whatever they like. They have those many options. So yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
That was remove Nissanka from reserves also. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one change. I won't make any other changes, at least to begin the tournament with. I would want to see Porel being backed. However, given the signings that you've made over the course of the last few hours, you can have both Nissanka and Duckett start for you as well. Or maybe a Prithvi Shaw if you don't want to use up too many overseas slots first up. But this is how I'd like it to begin. Porel 3, Rana 4, Stubbs becomes the second overseas. Ashutosh is your finisher to begin with. You've got a backup in Miller if Ashutosh isn't firing. 7, 8, 9 look very good. 10. At 11 is where I'd want to make a change. Instead of Chamira, I'd have a Lungi Ngidi.
That's fine. Make the change. So Chamira goes out of the 11 and you've got Ngidi come in his place. It's Harshit's team. So
I wish you were the owner in 2023 or 2022.
When
Ngidi and Ostwal were the only guys who didn't get a single game.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
Ngidi in place of Chamira.
Yeah, I mean, Chamira also was off the boil.
He's been off the boil for 3 years.
But that back stress fracture didn't help him at all.
Yeah, his back stress fracture is giving us brain stress. A lot of the fans.
Yeah.
I remember he was pretty average for KKR, also the limited games he got there. Same for LSG. So it's not been good times for Chamira. I think he's best suited to being a bench option.
And for somebody who's enjoying a lot of wickets, Auqib Nabi has to be starting the season. Back him given the momentum that he has. I like the 12 that we've put together.
But the returning prodigal son is on the bench.
I doubt you're starting
because
with
Harshit's making the 11. Had I been making it, I would have found a way to put I would have let Porel go out.
Yes, Porel goes out and he starts. Prithvi Shaw
You
starts.
want to?
But no, I don't want to begin the season with
It's
Prithvi
your
Shaw.
team.
I would have dropped a Rana. Probably not a Porel.
No,
Yeah, sure.
Rana's definitely starting because I think he was traded in.
They'll do lefty, righty also.
See, I would get Shaw to open and KL at 3. Porel goes out.
Exactly. I would remove a Rana because again, Porel and him are both lefties. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, Rana is left.
Porel's also lefty. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if I had to drop one, I would remove Rana for simple reason. He can be susceptible to quality pace bowling. Again, watched him for years at KKR. Always remember, great against spin. Against pace, at times he can be susceptible. Porel.
So Porel goes out and KL is your keeper then?
Yeah.
Yes. When KL can be your keeper and also drop down to slightly lower down the order. Where?
No,
Last
but
year
don't
there
make
was
the change. Don't make the change.
Don't
Because
make
it's
it.
Harshit's team.
Also, I have a feeling because the franchise retained Abishek Porel, you used him as a floater last year. I think you're starting the season with him, and then you see how it works.
You know the thing with Rana, I mean, you look at his DPL numbers, they were pretty good at the same venue where he was playing. Dropping him would be a big risk. You're leaving him out.
Which is why I'm looking at starting the season.
But
with
last
Rana.
year, if you remember, he had one good 100 for RR. But aside from that, not a lot.
Hey, he made life hell for Digvesh Rathi.
Yes.
But that was in the DPL.
Yeah, DPL, yep. And DC was LSG, who knows? Yet again, opposite sides, who knows?
Yeah, okay. Let's go scoring. This time I'll start. I haven't started for any team. Okay. And this is your 11 is final, right, Harshit? This is the 11 that you want to go. Though, as I said, I might even get a Prithvi in. He can be destructive. At least start the season with him if he doesn't do well. Always.
You gave him 6 matches,
Doesn't
7 matches,
matter.
and then realized.
He's coming back. He's coming back. That fire in the belly.
Let's see.
Fire in the belly. Anyway, your teams, I'm not fidgeting with that 11. But I'm liking the look of this team. Even the backups that they've got, they're pretty sorted to begin with. And should have made the top 4 the way they started. I don't know, only to crumble towards the latter half of the season. But now they've gotten some replacement which they can sort out, and good replacements of that in terms of batters as well as bowlers. All of the areas, fast bowlers, spinners, finishers, top order batters, everything is covered. I'm giving the highest rating for any team so far that I've given. I'm going 8.5 for Das Capital.
Harshit?
Very much the same. If it was, and this is perhaps me being just scarred by how the franchise has been and having less legacy as compared to this. I think if you would put this squad and name it as Delhi Indians or something, I would have given it 9.
No, a good point. If this was Mumbai Indians, you would have given it more points because you know the pedigree.
That's what I'm saying. If this was Delhi Indians, I would give them.
No, Delhi Indians wouldn't change the thing. Had it been the exact squad that Mumbai Indians had.
Yeah, that's what I'm just.
Delhi Indians hote there's a problem.
Yeah. So yeah, the sentiment was exactly that. But so I'm also going 8.5, a little conservative, but I'd rather be over optimistic. I'd rather be conservative than be over optimistic.
So that you go first.
Yeah, I'll also give it 8.5 because I think their Indian pace bowling, that is one area of concern, the experience factor. I mean, you've got an Auqib Nabi, you've got a Mukesh, you've got a Natarajan, but Natarajan for 10.75 didn't get a game at all, either due to injury. So your Indian pace bowling department.
But if your overseas paces cover it up, how does it matter?
Sure, but then
see, you're not utilizing. Most teams utilize a lot of all-rounders and top-order batters as overseas. They don't need to because they're
but then how much a Starc alone will do? You need support from the other end also. And an Ngidi, yes, he can get you, as I said, 4 overs, 4 for 45. Can you afford that?
You can actually. You can.
Not with.
If you've got a wicket-taking bowler in Kuldeep to dry up the runs and pick you wickets, and a Starc can play. I'm saying not for all 14 matches, perhaps because of the workload, but maybe if he's giving me even 10, I think it's. You have a good.
And
again,
batting also, their backup Rizvi they've got.
Yeah, they've got Rizvi.
Miller they've
for
got.
Backups and whatever they wanted
good
to.
Squad.
Yeah, it's a damn good squad that they've assembled.
It's funny, I think.
One of our Delhi Capitals fans are saying Delhi will make it to the playoffs this time. So that's the confidence of the squad that they've assembled.
Who's the
Arun.
Okay, very good. Take it.
Yeah, Arun has.
So wait, my rating is still to be done. I think this is one where we've gone very radically different direction. So I'm giving it a slightly lower rating. I'll go with an 8. Okay, for one simple reason. The middle order, if it doesn't have KL, I find a little shaky. Because with Porel, we know there's a lot of potential. Hasn't quite lived up to that potential yet. Rana also severely limited against pace bowling. Again, I've seen him enough times to know. I would start shivering if a pacer came up against him with KKR because I knew he would potentially lose his wicket there. I like the lower order. I do also kind of have a problem with their, as Siddharth said, the Indian pace bowling battery in terms of their reserves. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Mukesh. I don't think he's at this point got what it takes for T20 cricket. Natarajan also question marks over. That's why I've only gone slightly lower. But
But
otherwise,
all of these players are sitting out. They're not.
yeah. But I'm just saying they're one injury away from if you're having to trust them, then it's a problem. That being said, the 11 otherwise looks very strong, so I'm going 8.
8. So, do you think Auqib Nabi is getting a game?
Yeah, we've put him there.
He's in the
So
12th.
why else would you spend
The
that
whole
kind of
story
money
is finished now. You are asking.
No, I'm
who's
just saying
Rahman.
this. No. Natarajan, you remember 10.75, even though he was not. He still didn't get a game.
Natarajan didn't have any sort of domestic form, the kind that
Prior
Auqib
to
Nabi
the
has.
season when-
across formats, I'm saying.
Prior to the
Ranji, he was
season when
one of the
Delhi-
leading wicket takers. Esmat, he's done so well.
When Natarajan did well for SRH, at that time you got him, he was at the peak of his powers. And that's how he splurged 10.75. Injury, and after that he recovered from it. No, you didn't play him a single game. That's why.
Because
There is a precedent to Delhi Capitals in that sense. That's
you didn't
why.
want to have two left arm pace
Yeah.
bowlers. That was the idea.
Yep. So our combined is 8.4.
Okay,
Our
8.4
average.
for Delhi Capitals.
That's still a very good rating for a team that I thought should have waltzed to the playoffs last season.
Yeah.
Bottled it big time in the end.
Won 4 out of 4.
And then you lost. You won only 2 out of next 10. if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.